October 13th. Capias was entered with the understanding if he showed today, the state didn't object to withdrawal of the capias. We would ask the court to do that. I can represent that he has various physical issues that are going on, and we did not have, to my knowledge, a good phone number. It turns out maybe we did, but it was in the wrong place. But he didn't know about court, and he's here to answer questions as the court deems appropriate. But I'm asking, it's a serious case. Yes. I now have a massive amount of discovery that I need to go over with him. I would ask to continue to December 8th.
Okay, let me verify that the clerk of court has your correct contact information.
Do you have your phone number handy?
Yes.
Okay.
As you're saying it for the court, I'll make sure I've got it correct.
Actually, is there a form up there that he can fill out with his address, email, and
Okay.
phone number?
Yes, Judge, I will provide that to him.
Okay,
So have a seat, sir. Fill out your...
yes. Well,
You want the phone number?
actually, I'm going to ask if you would fill out that form
This-
right there,
gonna fill
and
that
we'll
out.
call you back up in just a second, okay? Just stay right here in the courtroom and fill out the form, and Mr. Medina will need to call Mr. Anderson right back up.
Get you right back. Just fill that out, please. Next is... Sorry, Judge.
Sorry, go ahead.
Shanna N. Ballard. Ms. Ballard is in 25 CF 1470. My understanding is before I slipped out late in the morning is that the court kindly withdrew her capias, but
well-
maybe I misunderstood.
Well, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And are you Miss Shanna Ballard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
She represented to me, Your Honor, that she was in custody up in, I believe, Alabama.
In Alabama, yes.
On Monday, and that's last Monday. That's why she wasn't here.
Okay, so if something like that happens again, somebody needs to let Mr. Medina know,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so that he can file the appropriate paperwork, because I did issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the state's position?
Your Honor, the state wouldn't object to withdrawing her capias, the fact that she's here today. However, like previously today stated, this is not a habit that the state wants to get in. The state can confidently say that probably wouldn't stipulate to withdrawing it again. Court's important, court's a priority. She needs to be here on time and present, and if she's not, she needs to at least contact her attorney.
Okay,
I think that message is delivered loud and clear, and she does have family that hopefully can help her if she's ever in that situation again. And Your Honor, I would ask to put on December 8th. I now have discovery. I've been through all her discovery, but I simply need to be able to go through it with her.
okay, so ma'am, I will withdraw the capias
Yes, ma'am.
that I issued. I'm going to continue the case at the defense's request to December 8th at 9 o'clock for pretrial conference. And ma'am, I'm ordering you to make an appointment to see Mr. Medina within the next 30 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you know how to get a hold of him?
Yes.
I'm going to
Yeah,
give her
give me
my
a
card.
card.
Okay.
And Your Honor, if the court will permit it, sometimes we can do it by phone and
That's
give her a
fine.
link to look at video.
That's fine. However, you and the two of you want to meet, I don't have a preference as long as you meet in some form or fashion.
Thank you, Your Honor. And also,
Sure.
just for the record, because I know the court pays careful attention to these kind of details, is that we are in the process of setting depositions too.
Okay, great.
And this was, by the way, Your Honor, the co-defendant, I believe it was Mr. Bass, appeared roughly a week ago, and I indicated that the PD was going to have a conflict very likely. I've confirmed that the PD is conflicting off the co-defendant. Excuse me, it's Gregory Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce, not Bass. Did I say Bass?
Yeah, but it's
Sorry, Bruce. So Gregory Bruce, 25 CF 1773, the PD will be filing conflict paperwork.
All right, and I'll sign the order when it comes through if I haven't already. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. All right, ma'am, I'll see you December 8th please make an appointment to meet with Mr. Medina, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Within 30 days.
Your Honor, last is, the out of custody was, for me, was Buena, Mr. Alexander M. Buena, B-U-E-N-A, 25 CF 1633. We filed a waiver of appearance for, a week ago, but I did indicate he needed to show up for court. He is here, Your Honor, gone over the state's offer, put into a proposed agreement, but he has talked to his mother, and they've decided he's going to hire a private lawyer. That's certainly his right, and when that happens, I'll, in due course, probably be filing a notice of withdrawal, so.
Okay, so let me pull up the case because I have some notes that we need to address. Mr. Medina, I think I may have given you a copy of the indigency application.
Oh, yes, Judge, I'm sorry. And it sounds like that might end up being moot if he has hires a private lawyer, but I frankly had highlighted on equity in non-homestead real estate line, but the person, it said no on that line, so I didn't understand what was wrong with the application.
Okay, hold on.
So anywhere that is circled yes, there has to be a number put in, so it's gonna be, under number 3, other kinds of income not listed on the list.
Oh, so where it says other kinds of income not on the list, okay. Yeah, and now I see what I did because my vision problems right now, I had skipped down a section. I apologize, Judge. So if you want the PD, you're gonna need to complete that line. If you're for sure hiring a private lawyer, then that's your choice. It might save you $50. Does he already have to pay the $50?
Probably. I'll defer to the clerk on that one.
Mr. Medina?
I know, and I already told him.
All right.
I already told him, and I'll make sure that stays with the file. And I had actually typed it up,
Okay.
So also,
just reiterating her offer.
there's another issue.
So go ahead and fill that in.
Just one second, there's another issue.
It's just an amount of other types of whatever you have. May I approach, Your Honor, with the application?
Yes, but there's another issue. Mr. Buena, I'm noticing that mail is being returned to you that was sent from the clerk's office. It was mailed to 104 Trevor Court. I see that you did fill out the address form when you were in court previously. What is the, I mean, it's,
Yes, Your Honor, it's supposed to be 109 Trevor Court.
Oh,
My
oh.
handwriting may have just been off and they may have misread it. My apologies.
I think that's what's happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, and let's verify the phone number that you offer him as well, because I'm concerned that might also.
Yes, so my immediate phone number to my cell phone does not have service at the moment. Always with my mother. She has a working cell phone with service. I just can't receive phone calls. I can receive text messages though on my immediate phone.
What is, there's a phone number that you put on your form, and the last 4 digits, well, the last 2 digits are 37, but I can't make out the. And now his address is.
What was it, 420?
It's docket number
What was on that?
14.
I think the number that I can use for my application.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, sir.
I don't know where I got the other one. Your Honor, I'm approaching, if I may, with the application.
Okay. Great. Great. Thank you for helping us, clerk's office make sure they have the correct contact information for you so that you can get mail and stuff.
Of course, Your Honor.
Yes, so, and then, did we fill in all the correctly issues? Okay, and thank you for correcting the form.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so,
Your Honor, I am not sure if the clerk is going to be able to, I think Mr. Boyne is
He's-
free to leave.
well, wait a second.
Okay, sorry.
We haven't set the next court date. Mr. Buena is going to be, you're asking for a continuance, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, continued at the defense's request to December 8th at 9 o'clock for pretrial conference. So, Mr. Buena, if you are going to hire counsel, you need to do so quickly.
Yes.
Don't wait until right before court on December 8th to try to do that, because if you wait around to hire a lawyer, that doesn't automatically entitle you to another continuance. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, it will be
Okay.
handled today.
Okay, great, yes, because if you're going to go that way, that lawyer needs to get in the case and start working on it and be ready to proceed on December the 8th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Your Honor, may I call Mr. Anderson back?
Yes. All right.
And I'm just, if I may approach for the clerk, he has vision impairment issues. And I'm not sure she's going to be able to read his writing on some of this. May I approach just in case she can't read something?
Sure.
Thanks, Judge. He's doing his best to write stuff, but it's difficult for him.
Okay. And let's make sure we have I'm going to look and see if we have the indigency form on file.
I can read it.
Okay, thank you.
And let me double check about that form.
Oh, yes, in fact, that is a great question, Judge. When he had failed to appear on pretrial conference, I had a note, PD application is needed. So, Judge, I'm sorry I
Okay.
didn't deal with that. So now you'll need to sit down and fill out the public defender application.
So what I will do, rather than have to recall Mr. Anderson up again, let's go ahead and, I don't see Ms. Basso, but does Ms. Basso object to recalling the KPS?
No, Your Honor, the state does not object.
Okay. I will withdraw the KPS. There was a warrant. There's a warrant issued for your arrest. I am withdrawing the warrant.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So let's set your next court date, and then what I will need you to do is to sit down in the courtroom and fill out that form. It's required so that you can keep your court-appointed lawyer, and you'll need to turn it in before you leave the courtroom, okay? So our next court date is going to be December 8th.
I'm going to write it on. a piece of paper.
9 o'clock.
I don't see any of those forms for the court date.
Okay,
but
we're finding them. Here's one.
Thank you.
So December 8th at 9 o'clock, and Mr. Anderson, if you could fill out that form and then hand it back to Mr. Medina for him to look at before you leave the courtroom, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And he will check to make sure you filled out all the blanks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And I'm withdrawing that KPS.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, RCC.
Are those all of the people that?
Oh,
I think that's everyone from out of custody, Your Honor.
Okay, and I see we have our interpreter
yes, I'm
here.
going with the interpreter to speak to an inmate. I think that's why she's here.
Okay, so I think we can probably take Mr. Cobb's client, who is also Ms. Farkas's client, Mr. Jason DeVore.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, good afternoon.
let me meet them. That's what cost us different than the cost of supervision. Cost of is combined in every single case no matter what. I realize that you
Call 850
All right, this is Mr. Jason DeVore, and case number 24 CF 2490. That's Mr. Cobb's case, and also Ms. Farkas has a case which is 25 CF 1020. And Mr. DeVore is present. All right.
Shingles and metal,
Yes, and if the court would
re-roof,
allow, I'll
repair,
run
and
through
leak
the
specialists.
plea agreement.
For all of your roofing needs,
Do it for
call
both
us
cases.
today or visit
Okay.
our website at cqroofing.com.
In those case numbers, Mr.
CQ
DeVore is present
your
for the court.
hometown
He's
roofer.
going to withdraw his previously entered plea of not guilty. An entered plea of no contest. And 2024 CF 2490, it'll be a no contest plea to one count of burglary of an unoccupied structure. And in case number 2025 CF 1020, it'll be a no contest plea to one count of felony battery, a lesser included.
Okay.
He'll be adjudicated guilty concurrently in both cases, be sentenced to 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for all time served, followed by 2 years of probation. The 2 years probation will be concurrent with the rest of the sentence. And the state has no objection to the defendant filing a motion for early termination after the successful completion of 1 year of his probation. We are asking that the probationary fee be waived. And there's court cost, $515 court cost in my case, the 2024 CF 2490 case. And $967 court cost in the 2025 CF 1020 case, plus $100 public defender fee. I believe that covers the terms and conditions of this global plea offer and resolution. And I've attached a score sheet to the back of the plea. This will be a downward departure plea based on an uncoerced legitimate plea bargain. He does score a lowest permissible sentence of 21.525 months. So it will be a downward departure, as I stated. Can I
Okay,
approach?
yes. Thank you so much.
How much money is going to end up?
And I believe, Judge, the
Yeah.
sentences will be concurrent, and that does also include the court costs as well. I mean,
What do you mean?
well, I know that he doesn't have, at the time of the arrest in my case, he was basically homeless. And so we're trying to give him as big a break as we can possible with regards to the amount of court costs and fees he has to pay on these. But
I'm sorry. If the court would allow, if Mr. DeVore wished, we could request that the court costs be sent directly to a civil lien if he is confident that he will not be able to pay the court costs and does not mind the consequence to his credit score. Otherwise, he does have the full 2 years of probation to pay the costs.
Okay, and I see that the $150 cost of defense is scratched out on the 2024 case.
oh yeah, I think I wasn't hired as a point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
that will apply,
I
that
was
needs to be
just-
fixed, and then.
Yes, I apologize, Your Honor.
That's okay, and it'll be 100 on the 1020 case, 24, or 25 CF 1020. So I'm going to hand this back to fix. So
Would he be allowed to do community service?
10 grand of
for
child
the
support
court costs?
to pay.
some of the, whatever's allowable, I mean, there are certain ones
It
that,
has to be ordered above before.
State has no objection.
yeah. I have no objection to that for the court costs that are allowed to be worked off by community service. Some are and some aren't. So the clerk can advise you on which ones can be.
So you can work off as much of the court cost as you can with community service. All right. I'm gonna.
So he'll put that in the paper.
So we're gonna draw a little arrow down to the bottom of the page. It's fine. Some notes, okay.
I can rewrite it if you like. Type it up again.
No, we're good.
Okay, I think it's.
Okay, for everybody, I just put, will be allowed to perform community service in lieu of court costs per the statutes. So what
Yes.
is allowed?
For whatever costs are eligible.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
I believe that might take care of it.
thank you. And did he initial all that?
I believe so.
No, ma'am, he did
Okay.
not, but he will.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. And I have the score sheet still. Thank you so much. Yes. There you are. And that probably needs to have the corrections made.
I've never fought so hard for my rights.
All right, Mr. DeVore, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you, sir. You can
I
put
live
your
by the
hand
Ten
down.
Commandments, and the truth is always the best policy.
Good. So if you'll state your name for me, please.
Jason William DeVore.
Thank you, Mr. DeVore. You're here in case 24 CF 2490. In that case, you're charged with burglary of an unoccupied structure, which is a third-degree felony. The maximum penalty on that charge is up to 5 years in prison. And then in case 25 CF 1020, you're charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, firefighter, or EMT, and that is also a third-degree felony, and it also carries a maximum of 5 years state prison. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyers? I know you have Mr. Cobb in one case, Ms. Farkas in the other. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyers about the charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, the law enforcement officer will get to keep his job.
Okay. Have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyers?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and sign the agreement? Oh, it doesn't look like it's signed.
I have read and signed.
Okay. I think maybe he might have signed the other copy or something. There you go.
I just sent all the negotiations, I forgot to get a signature.
That's okay. I know there was an extra copy of that. He may have signed the other copy. So, thank you.
For sure.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. DeVore, is this your signature on the back page?
That is my signature, Your Honor.
All right, great. Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea? And I will be happy to go over those with you.
I understand our plea agreement, and I trust, I do
Okay.
understand.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in both cases?
I am giving up the right to go to trial.
And you're giving up your right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself. And you're giving up your right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine those witnesses. And the right to defend yourself by calling witnesses and presenting evidence. And the right to have the state prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The right to have a lawyer represent you at trial and for me to appoint one for you if you can't afford it to represent you at trial. Do you understand you're giving up all of those rights?
We have an agreement, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No one threatens me or
Okay.
I don't even remember what you said.
Is anybody forcing you?
Yes, it's freely
Like
and
forcing you,
voluntarily.
threatening you, making you enter a plea against your will today? Anybody making you enter the plea against your will?
Nobody makes me do anything.
Okay.
Especially me.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what is showing on this agreement?
No.
Has somebody promised you a secret deal that's not on this agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the services of both of your attorneys?
Yes.
Okay, great. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, Your Honor, but I would like some alcohol.
I understand that, sir. Let's see. I have a score sheet in front of me that shows 56.7 total sentence points. Any objections from either counsel?
No objections, Judge.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. DeVore, did you have a chance to look at your score sheet?
We have went over it, Your Honor.
Okay. Any problems or issues that you saw?
There are no problems.
Okay. Is there any exculpatory DNA in either of the cases?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report in both cases. Mr. DeVore, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea could subject you to deportation?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Well, if you're not, you could be deported. I just want to make sure you know that. So it looks like in case 25 CF 1020, you're going to be pleading to a lesser included offense of felony battery. The statute for that is 784.041 subparagraph 1. It's still a third-degree felony, but it's just a different charge, lesser included charge. Is that your understanding as well? That you're pleading to a
Yes.
lesser included offense on the 2025 case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In 24 CF 2490, how do you plead to one count of burglary of an unoccupied structure?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 1020, how do you plead to the lesser included offense of felony battery?
Guilty, Your Honor. No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, in case 24 CF 2490, there will be an adjudication of guilt. You are sentenced to 11 months and 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for all time served, followed by 2 years of probation. And this will be concurrent to the sentence I'm about to pronounce in the 2025 case. Both cases will be concurrent with each other. Is it 515? Okay, $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. And let me check with probation. Officer Johnson, is probation okay with waiving the cost of supervision?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so supervision is waived. That saves you about $40 a month right there. Then the state has no objection to you filing a motion requesting early termination of probation after you've served 1 year of probation. Now that's if you've had no violations and you've already completed all of your requirements and you've paid off your court costs and all of that.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Wait until you have completed everything, paid everything, and you haven't had any violations to file that motion. And did I cover all the terms and conditions? Oh, I did not. So you are allowed to perform community service for the court costs that are eligible. Not all of them are eligible. The clerk or maybe probation can help you determine which ones are, but whatever is eligible to be worked off with community service, you can do that to pay off those. Did I cover everything on 2490?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. In 25 CF 1020, you are, this is in accordance with your agreement, adjudication of guilt of that lesser included offense of felony battery I gave the statute a few minutes ago, and you're sentenced to 11 months and 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served, followed by 2 years probation. Again, this sentence is concurrent with the previous case. Is it $967? $967 in court costs, $100 public defender fee, waive cost of supervision, and again, you can do community service for whatever amount of those court costs would be eligible to work them off through community service. And did I cover all the terms and conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
How do you feel about the community service?
Probation.
Okay.
Seems like there was something else I needed to cover, but maybe not. Oh, the state. This is a downward departure?
It is a legitimate uncoerced downward departure, and I don't know if this was addressed, but I think Mr. DeVore has some property that is with the sheriff's office, or no, the police department, his bicycle.
Okay.
And the state has no objection to him getting his bicycle back.
Okay, hopefully it'll still be there when you've finished. I mean, how much credit does Mr. DeVore?
About 5 months in.
Okay, so I would hope that it would still
It's been there
Still be
since November, Your Honor.
Sorry?
It's been there since
November
November.
2024.
Okay, well, hopefully it'll still,
Probably still be there.
I don't know the
There.
status of the bike, but
I don't either.
he can have his bike.
okay.
It's 43 mile an hour. Keeps up with traffic.
All right. So you have 30 days to appeal the order of the court. If you can't afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. You need to see Officer Johnson right over there before you leave the courtroom, and then within 24 hours, or let me just say this, the next business day after you are released from jail, you need to be in their office in probation, checking in to start your probation, okay? All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor.
He doesn't need to see me
Paint
because
it
he's
like
gonna be in jail.
Oh, okay.
Some officer will go in and
Okay.
instruct him there.
Okay.
And he's off.
Okay, so you don't need to see Officer Johnson in the courtroom. Somebody will come see you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, Judge, that's all I have. Can I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Cobb. Have a good afternoon. All right, Mr. Harper.
Judge, this is treatment glass, he is number 37 on the docket.
All right. Yes, and Mr. Glass is present. And this is
Judge.
case 25 CF 506 and 25 CF 510.
Yes, Judge, and I've spoken with the state about this matter. I think we're going to ask to continue this until the December pretrial. I will do depositions, and hopefully we can come to a better understanding. I've met with some of the inpatient treatment providers that are hopefully going to assemble a program that he's going to be found acceptable, and I still hope to incorporate that into a resolution, but I don't think we're able to come to an agreement today.
Okay. Any objection from the state?
No objection, Judge.
All right, we will continue both cases to December the 10th at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
I'll see you before next court date. Judge, the next one I think is Kevin Jackson.
Okay, that's 25 CF 363. And he is present.
All right, Mr. Jackson. This will resolve your case. If you'll sign in date there, it is 10/20/25. Harper, before the court, on behalf of Kevin Jackson, before the court on 25 CF 363. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest, be adjudication of guilt. Be sentenced to 3 years minimum mandatory Department of Corrections as to count 1. To be given credit for all time served, and that's both counts. To run concurrent be assessed $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. All costs will go to judgment. This is a case where he does not score, but for the fact that count one is the minimum mandatory. If I may approach you, Your Honor.
Yes. Thank you so much. What would be the sentence on count two?
Judge, just court costs, credit for time served.
Time served. Is this 515? Okay, thank you. All right, sir, if you will please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, "I do."
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. If you'll state your name for me, please.
Kevin Carlos Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. You're here in case 25 CF 363. In that case, you're charged with one count of possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon. That's a second-degree felony. It carries a maximum of 15 years state prison and a mandatory minimum sentence of 3 years. And count two is possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, which is a third-degree felony, carries a maximum of 5 years state prison. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes.
Have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes.
Is this your signature on
Correct.
the next to the last page? Yes?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need more time to talk to your lawyer about your decision to enter a plea today?
No.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you to make you enter a plea?
No.
Okay. I sense some hesitation.
No,
I want
we're
to make
good.
sure that you're entering this plea
Yeah.
of your own free choice.
We're going to enter it.
Okay. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's showing on the agreement?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by entering the plea, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
I'm not.
Okay. Well, what is it that he didn't do that you wanted him to do?
We're going to move on. We're going to move on.
What? I'm
We can
sorry.
move.
She's got to ask these questions, and you've got to be honest with your answer.
Is there
I
something?
thought we could have looked more into someone for a defense for me. We didn't look too much for a defense, actually, to defend me from.
Well, you don't have to enter a plea today. We're actually scheduled for trial. It doesn't sound like you're.
We're going to enter the plea. I'd rather go with the plea. We're going to enter.
Okay. So you're stating that you don't feel like your lawyer, what? Is there something he didn't do that you wanted him to do?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Has anyone promised you a particular deal other than what's showing on this agreement?
No, ma'am.
Or
Nobody
promised you something in exchange to get you to enter a plea today?
No.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or anything like that in the last 24 hours?
None.
All right, I have a score sheet that shows 32.8. Total sentence points, any objections or corrections?
No, Your Honor,
Is there any exculpatory DNA?
not to my knowledge.
All right. And I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yeah.
All right. How do you plead to counts 1 and 2?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there will be an adjudication of guilt on both counts. As to count 1, there is this minimum mandatory sentence of 3 years in the Department of Corrections State Prison, which the court is imposing in accordance with the agreement. You will get credit for all time served. And in count 2, you're sentenced to time served. There will be $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, and those costs will go to collections. And I'm just going to write on here, count 2 is time served. And sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I think we're going to call another one for Mr. Sprouse.
Okay.
Also, ma'am, I would love to get Aaron in with each other.
Yeah, we're trying to get
Yes, ma'am.
Cody.
I understand.
Good. And this is Mr. Eric Gahan before the court. We're actually set for trial in 24 CF 1393, count 5 of that information.
Yes.
We have a plea agreement to be filed that'll cover count 5 of that information, Your Honor.
Okay.
We still have the other counts that are still outstanding, but those are set as a plea continue for today.
Okay.
So it's our intent to plead to that sole count 10, 20, 25. And then continue all other counts and cases to the December 10th docket. I also have the order that the state reviewed earlier.
I did.
On the severance issue the court had asked about.
Yes.
And that the court.
Thank you.
And the score sheet is on its way up from the second floor right now.
Okay. And this order I'm signing on the defendant's motion to sever, basically it says that counts 2, 3, and 4 of the information in 24 CF 1393 are severed from the other counts. And then also count 5 has already been severed. And is this a stipulated order between the state and the defense?
It is.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
It reflects the, not even hearing the conversation we had when we had the motion set, Your Honor.
Mr. Gates, here's the agreement, sir.
Thank you, sir. If I may approach with the plea agreement, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
And I don't know how Madam Clerk wants to do this, but I have the PD fee assessed in this case. Obviously, if there's a resolution on all the other counts, I don't want the PD fee again. I don't want
Right.
double dip, so.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so, is that a 7?
French 7, yes, Your Honor. Judge
Okay.
Manning trained me to write that after he had trouble reading my 7th.
Okay.
That was the state's understanding too, that it's a 7.
many years ago, my 7 looked like 2, and I had a client that ended up looking at 70 days in jail versus 20. And so he asked me to start writing it that way.
Nice defense trick.
It works.
You can start sitting them.
So the score sheet, what about the score sheet? Do you want to,
Do you know what the score is going to be?
I do know what the score sheet is. Give me 1 second.
I can tell the court it's not going to be downward departure because I think this is only this charge with his prior history.
okay. So is there going to be a score sheet? I don't think I've got one up here, but
There is going to be a score sheet. It's on its way. Ms. Giardino went to get it for me.
thank you, thank you. Okay,
The score sheet, as I amended it this morning, is 16.13 months DOC.
okay, here comes Ms. Giardina now.
Yes, sir. And obviously with the minimum mandatory being the 3-year min-man on the charge, we're above that, but less than potentially the 15 years that the state could have sought or the court could have sentenced Mr. Gahan to.
Okay. And
So only discharge, nothing else, prior history. Put you at back to front. That would be the minimum, technically 3 years is the minimum. Okay? No objection, Your Honor.
thank you.
I explained to Mr. Gahan that it is 16 months of the minimum because the minimum mandatory controls, that would be the minimum that the state could seek. But as I said, 7 was kind of in between of where the state or the court could have sentenced them to after sentencing. It's back to front. It threw me off too, Your Honor.
All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, "I do."
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. And if you'll state your name for me, please.
Eric Dean Gahan.
All right, Mr. Gahan, you're here in 24 CF 1393, and we're here only on count 5 today, which is possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted Florida felon, which is a second-degree felony. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about that charge and any possible defenses you might have?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your signature on the last page?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're giving up your right to go to trial on count 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything to make you enter a plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
I do have a score sheet. It shows 49.5 total sentence points. Any objections or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any exculpatory DNA on this charge?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
All right. I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. And, sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand the plea could subject you to deportation?
I'm a citizen.
It's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just, if you aren't,
Okay.
You could be deported.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
need to make sure you understand that. How do you plead to count 5?
No contest.
I accept your plea on count 5. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there will be an adjudication of guilt on count 5, and you are sentenced to 7 years state prison. The first 36 months or 3 years of that is a minimum mandatory sentence that the court is required to impose. You will get credit for all time served. I know you've probably got some significant credit built up.
Yes, ma'am.
And is it $615? $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. You'll have 24 months after you get out to pay those costs before they go to collections. And Mr. Gates, remind me at whatever time in the future, if that time comes, if we need to impose sentence on any of the other counts that Mr. Gahan has already, I mean, if there are additional costs and on top of that, then he's not going to be charged double costs or double
Yes, Your Honor.
cost of defense.
And Madam Clerk and I kind of exchanged, we should be able to resolve that in the future.
Okay. I know
Some
there,
of these do require additional, so
Right.
that just depends on that.
so, all right, sir, you will have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, logistically speaking, since Mr. Gahan still has all these other counts pending and another case, he's not going to be transported right
No, Your
away.
Honor.
He'll stay here until
Yes, Your
everything's
Honor.
resolved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll continue to build up your credit, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, so we need to figure out what we're going to do on the other cases before Mr. Gahan, or the other
December
charges.
10th, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
To address the amount of time it's paid, I won't be able to know when this is
I-
released, but with the case still outstanding, we just want to leave the case open until.
If we could, and we've got other issues to resolve anyway, Your Honor, on that, as far as the other counts of cases are going to be.
Okay, so all other counts and the other case, which is 24 CF 2758, that will all be set on December the 10th.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and what about this? I know there's a motion in limine,
That's still scheduled for November the 20th, Your Honor.
November 20th. Okay. Anything else I need to address further today?
Not on that case, Your Honor, but I do want to call one other one that my last one on the docket before they get to the next one.
Okay.
It's Nathan Hobson, Your Honor. He would have been out of custody.
Yes.
25 CF 1128.
Yes, I do have him here on the list. Okay. This is supposed to be for a plea today.
Yes, Your Honor. The state had offered Mr. Hobson a misdemeanor plea.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Let me sign it.
where's Mr. Hobson?
Oh, he's not in, oh.
Is he not, he's not present?
Your Honor, last I heard, he had a death in the family out of state last week.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state's going to request a habeas.
Any legal basis to object?
He's not present, Your Honor.
Okay. Then the court will issue a capias.
Yes, Your Honor.
And was he present last week?
Your Honor, he contacted my office about the death in the family. We filed a waiver on his behalf, but left him today because it was a misdemeanor plea.
Okay.
Essentially, it's essentially misdemeanor time served.
And he hasn't signed an agreement or anything like that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, well, if Mr. Hobson, no, I'm issuing capias, I'll say bond set at first appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. That will conclude my business for the court today.
Thank you, Mr. Gates, very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't think do you have anything on Thursday?
Not in the morning, Your Honor. I do in the afternoon.
Okay, all right.
I
Oh, but
think
Mr.
there's
Gates.
one person in the, oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, Mr. Gates and Mr. Sprouse, I did have some dates open up for y'all on,
Yes, Chairman, we emailed about that. I think we're going to stick with the 20th for now.
can y'all approach for a second so we can talk about that? Okay.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
You've been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Not cool, bro. I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
So, thank you, Mr. Gates.
Yes, sir.
All right. I know that we have an interpreter
Yes,
present.
Judge, that's Carlos F. Barahona.
I'm sorry, we wanted to just really briefly, the
Okay.
last of Mr. Sprouse's.
This is the last one.
The last
okay.
one, just so he can
Go.
get going. He's already in the queue.
Okay, go
Brittany
ahead.
Fain, 25 CF 1333.
Okay.
He's approaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your Honor, if Mr. Sprouse and I could approach.
Yes, of course. This is 25 CF 1333. Okay.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7
All right,
a.m. to
so-
4 p.m. Serving lunch.
Mr. Fain, we're going to reset your case for Thursday, October 23rd. That's just in 3 days. And we will say 9 o'clock. It'll be sometime that morning that we'll see you, okay? So I'll see you back in 3 days and see where we are there, okay? Thank you. All right, and I know that we have an interpreter present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Lorena Cardenas.
yes. And she has been sworn already?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Sure. Which case are we here on?
Carlos F. Barahona.
Okay.
25 CF 1397.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Barahona is approaching.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And he is signing his agreement that we have been over with the interpreter.
Okay.
Escrito aquí, por favor. Okay, thank you. Before I approach, Judge, I wanted to put a couple of things on the record.
Okay.
If I may. I'm approaching with in essence, a time served on misdemeanors with a withhold deal.
Okay.
That might be a good deal. It might not be a good deal, though, if he could get a dismissal by waiting for his motion to, I filed a motion to dismiss and alternative motion to suppress motion is set for November 13th. However, when I met with him last week with an interpreter, he told me he just wanted to get it over with. And I said, well, let me try to get the deal that I got. So he's satisfied with the deal that I got, but it's not necessarily the best outcome that we could have got were he willing to allow me to zealously advocate through the motion hearing and so forth.
Okay.
The second thing is he is not a documented resident of the United States. My understanding is there's an ICE hold. I've given him no advice as to what will happen or may happen, but my concern is that even with a withhold of adjudication on misdemeanors for time served, it still might have ramifications, but he's willing to accept that possibility. In fact, he told me he was fine with being deported, but that's not something we control one way or the other. May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
And this is written as a special condition of probation, 30 days jail of a 30-day probation term that would automatically terminate because he's got the time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Because there's one other little nuance, Judge, is that I discussed it with Officer Johnson, and because state probation has to do a lot of paperwork, I put it as JCS. I'm not sure what kind of paperwork, if anything, JCS would do in this situation. I've never known probation paperwork to have to be prepared if there's just a time served deal with a withhold on a probation term that's basically a placeholder to allow a withhold.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that, well, JCS is going to have to prepare an order because otherwise there would be no record of any.
Okay.
I mean, he's going to be on probation, then probation, whether it's county or state, needs to do an order. So I know you're not in control of that, but I'm just.
Okay, Judge.
Yeah,
I just had never.
hoping they will do so.
I've probably done 100 deals like this over the time, and I never knew whether there was ever actual paperwork entered. So apparently there needs to be. So no, just
There will be in a case I handle.
Okay, exactly.
I will follow up on it and make sure that it gets entered. Yes, because otherwise there's no record of it other than just, you know, what we say in court, but there's nothing in the court file, nothing that would actually.
I don't want him held in jail though, beyond, because he has the 30 days jail. He's been in jail 3 months. There is an ICE hold, so I'm hoping this doesn't hold him up on release subject to the ICE hold.
Yeah, I don't know how long it will take to get that order from JCS, but.
I don't think it will, because I've noticed that even with ours, it's the same thing. If he's got the time, then they just calculate it. They don't wait for our orders.
Okay, then your basic, your equivalent with JCS, it would be a housekeeping duty to keep the file clear, the record clear, but wouldn't mean that the taxpayers of Okaloosa County would have to be keeping them beyond
Right,
the ICE
because
hold.
the jail will get the clerk's minute sheet to see what the sentence is that's pronounced, but I'm talking about following up for the paper order for the court file so that the documentary record is complete.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. All right, sir, if you will please raise your right hand. Do you, other hand, there you go. Wait, the right hand? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you. Could you please state your name?
Carlos Fernando Barahona.
All right. You are here in case 25 CF 1397, and you are charged with 1 count of battery upon a law enforcement officer, which is a 3rd-degree felony, and the maximum penalty for that charge is 5 years state prison. And then count 2 is possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis, which is a 1st-degree misdemeanor, and the maximum penalty is up to 1 year in jail. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, I do understand everything.
Did you talk to your lawyer about the charges in this case?
Yes.
I see that the plea agreement is in English. Do you read English, sir?
A little bit.
Okay. Did anyone read the plea agreement to you in your native language?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the last page?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes.
Do you understand that you're giving up your right to go to trial in this case?
Yes.
Do you understand that entering a plea today will result in your motion to dismiss not being heard by the court?
Yes.
I need you to answer out loud.
Yes, yes.
We have a court reporter who is listening, so we do need you to answer out loud so she can take down your answers. Do you understand that you're scheduled to have a hearing on November 13th on your motion to dismiss? But by entering this plea, we will not have that hearing.
Yes.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to make you enter a plea today?
No.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes.
Have you had any drugs or alcohol or any other substance in the last 24 hours?
No.
Is there any exculpatory DNA?
Not to our knowledge, Your Honor.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
It looks like you are pleading to a lesser included offense on count 1 of resisting an officer without violence, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. The statute is 843.02. How do you plead to that charge?
No contest?
All right, and how do you plead to count 2, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis?
Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Okay, how do you plead to count 2?
No contest?
Okay, I accept your plea on both counts. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, the court will withhold adjudication of guilt on both counts. And you are placed on probation on each count for 30 days. This is county probation, JCS, with a special condition that you spend 30 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Both counts are concurrent, and probation will automatically terminate upon your completion of the 30 days. Then there's, is it $270? $270 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. And those fees and costs will go to collections if you do not pay them within 6 months after you get out of jail on this case. Yes.
Your Honor, there was one thing I heard. I just want to make sure I clarify with
Yes.
him.
Yes.
I think he accidentally said no culpable on count 2, which would be not guilty, and I think he meant no contest, so I need to.
Okay.
He's saying no contest.
Okay, let me just make sure I understand. What is your plea, sir, on count 2, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis?
No guilty?
No, see,
Okay,
I don't want him to plead guilty.
right?
He doesn't want to plead guilty, but like he pled on count 1, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but he needs to say no contest, right?
Yes, no contest.
Okay. I'm just unclear because he's sitting here smiling at me after he's just said not guilty. So I don't know if he's saying not guilty or no contest, because I thought it was no contest before, and now it's,
I know
then
he
it
needs
switched.
no contest, I don't know why he's smiling,
Okay,
but
sir, how do you plead to count 1, lesser included offense of resisting an officer without violence, first-degree misdemeanor, and count 2, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis?
No contest?
Okay, I accept your plea on both counts. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. And then the sentence I've already, well, I'm reimposing the sentence I announced a few minutes ago.
and especially because this could have deportation ramifications. I didn't want somebody going back and seeing that he said no culpable and not having a completed plea, because if he pled no contest, we'd still have to have a case on count 2.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. You have 30 days to appeal the order of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will appoint one for you. Mr. Medina, how does he check into probation if he's going to remain in jail?
Basically, it's automatically terminated upon completion of the 30 days, which he's already, the states, I think, would stipulate on the record that he's already met the 30 days. He's been in jail since November 8th, July 8th was the arrest date. July 8th, 2025. So this is, so he will not have to report.
Okay.
The states, Ms. Gaynor, do you
Yes, the
stipulate?
state stipulates.
Okay, so there's a stipulation, he's already served his 30 days.
Yeah, and the reason why I wrote upon completion of the 30 days as opposed to upon release is he may never get released.
Yeah.
He may go to an ICE facility and get deported, so I didn't want him to have that hanging out there.
So going to collections for his financial obligations, it says 6 months after release.
Okay, on that one, let's say 6 months, 6 months after completion of the 30 days.
Okay, sir, do you agree with that term, that you will have 6 months to pay your costs after your 30 days is completed before they go to collections?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Judge, I just put a lot of effort into making this as little of an admission as possible, so I appreciate the court's meticulous care, which is appreciated. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Harper, I got Osborne.
Judge, this is Isabella Osborne. I think she's also represented by the public defender.
Yes, I believe so. Let me get to the case. Okay, we've got 24 CF 2931. That is Mr. Harper's case. And then there's also a violation of probation case, which is 23 CF 1685. I believe that's Mr. Medina.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
We did confirm that she's entered into an inpatient treatment program in the Walton County Jail, which is why she was initially over there.
Okay.
What I would ask for is that, I don't think we're able to come to an agreement today to resolve all of her cases. If we could, she's 30 days into a 90-day program. If the state's amenable to sending her back to Walton County to finish out the program, and then we could revisit this issue in December.
The state's got no objection, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, this would be the last continuance because at that point the case will be about a year old. So,
Your Honor, for the record, the public defenders, my supervisors approved the conflict motion, so that will be submitted shortly, so RCC will have the VOP too.
okay,
Thank you.
sure. Let me just make a note of that. We will continue both of Ms. Osborne's cases to December 10th at 9 o'clock, and that'll be last continuance, but that you should be either right at the end of your program at that time or getting close to it. So, good luck in that program, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I inquire on your VOP evidentiary dates if the state were to then move for or at least get it on the books?
Well, do you want to do that before or after the 10th of December? Because I have dates the week before.
I would like to know, possibly before, if there are dates before, that way we can go ahead and get that chalked.
We have December 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Those just opened up.
Perfect.
Yes.
So the state would like to set it for a VOP evidentiary hearing.
How long do you think you'll need? Half day or
Oh, Lord, no.
hour?
An hour, Your Honor. The state would need an hour at most.
Okay.
It'd probably be only 2 witnesses, FDLE and then my investigating officer.
All right, how about, what do you have,
I could go on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, Your Honor.
let's see what Mr. Harper has. Mr. Harper, which day would work the best for you? 2nd, 3rd, or 4th of December?
The 2nd or the 4th?
2nd, 3rd, or 4th?
Actually, my only conflict would be potentially misdemeanor court. I think either of those days will work. I can work around it.
When do you have misdemeanor court?
I honestly don't know, but it's usually in the very beginning of each month. It's fine. I can work around that.
Is it on like a certain day of the week or?
It was the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right?
Yeah, I don't know if Judge Reed has anything on those dates.
Only thing I showed the Judge Ward on the 3rd.
Okay, but then I'm fine with any of those dates.
How about if we do the 4th, that's a Thursday, so, we might have to be here anyway for pretrial detentions. Would the morning work?
That's fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay, December 4th.
And I'll get a notice of hearing filed.
We'll just say, you want to do 9 o'clock or?
That's fine.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, 9 o'clock, December 4th would be the VOP evidentiary hearing. And if y'all decide, if you figure out that that's not needed, just let my office know. And I'll let Amanda know about that. Okay?
And will both cases be set into track or just?
We might as well set both cases just to track on that day. And then let's also set the December 10th pretrial date on both cases because, depending on, if we don't need it, we don't need it, but we'll at least have it on the books.
I think we will probably come to an agreement.
Okay.
More than likely, but at least
Okay.
get it set for.
All right.
That's for the court.
Alan, next, Alan.
All right.
Judge Tavares Allen, he's before the courts on 25 CF 386, 25 CF 343, 25 CF 1604, and there's a new case, 25 CF 1888. If I may have just a moment.
Yes.
Mr. Allen is going to withdraw his previously entered plea as to all of these counts and enter a plea of no contest. This will mean adjudication of guilt. Be sentenced to 12.1 months, Department of Corrections. I'm putting down credit for all time served.
Is that going to be 12.1 months or 12 months and 1 day? Because DOC has brought up that issue before.
12 months and 1
So that's about our
12 months and 1 day, Judge.
Thank you.
Credit for all time served will run concurrent. There'll be assessed applicable court costs. It might be $967 since it's a battery, $150. He's asking for those costs to go to judgment. With respect to 25 CF 1888, that will be a plea to a lesser included offense of felony battery, statute 784.03. In addition, his supervision will be revoked and terminated. If I may approach, Your Honor. And this is a stipulated downward departure.
All right. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Harper, is that your ruling copy?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to take?
Because it's a revocation, I do need a picture. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No, it's-
Your Honor, this is a product of a legitimate uncoerced plea bargain.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to write on here, it says 12.1, but Department of Corrections interprets that as 1/10 of a month, so it's about 3 days. So I'm going to write on here 12 months and 1 day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That is the agreement, right? 12 months and 1 day?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I know Officer Johnson just took a picture of it, but I'm going to have to write a few other things on here or announce some costs and things that are not on the agreement. So as to 25 CF, let me just get all the costs on the 2 VOPs. Oh, 1 VOP, whoops. Which one is that? That is ending in 386 is a VOP, I believe. Okay, so that would be $100 cost of prosecution, $150 defense. And then on 25-943 felony battery, what would be the costs?
That would be $967.
Plus 100? Okay. Okay. And let me just write that down. And then 1604. Thank you, thank you. So the costs and fees are going to be a little different than what's stated on here. Do you want me to write it on here and then have Mr. Allen initial it, or?
Yes, Your
do you
Honor,
want me to
that's
announce
fine.
it?
Whatever the applicable court costs are.
Okay. I'm writing it on here. Is it 967 or 987? 967, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to hand this back, Mr. Harper, and if Mr. Allen could initial where I wrote 12 months and 1 day, just to clarify, because Department of Corrections will be corresponding back about that. And then I wrote all of the costs down here at the bottom. Okay.
All right, so 12 months and 1 day, all right? And then the court costs per case, it looks like $615 in court costs on one of the cases, $100 cost of defense, $967 on one of them, $100 cost of defense. And this one, because it's a VOP, $100 cost of prosecution, and $100 cost of defense. So if you're okay with that, just initial to the side. And all those costs will go to judgment, and that's going to affect your license, okay? Thank you, Judge.
Sure, thank you. All right. So, Mr. Allen, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. In case 25 CF 386, it's alleged that you violated your probation. And in 25 CF 943, you're charged with 1 count of felony battery, which is a third-degree felony. The maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. In case 25 CF 1604, you're charged with 1 count of possession of a controlled substance. That's a third-degree felony, and the maximum penalty is up to 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1888, you're charged with battery upon a jail detainee, which is a third-degree felony, with a maximum penalty up to 5 years state prison. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about the allegations that you violated your probation in the case ending in 386, and then the new charges in your 3 other cases that I listed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your signature at the top of the last page?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up by entering a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in case ending in 943, 1604, and 1888?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to have a contested hearing on your violation of probation case, 25 CF 386?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you? Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on this agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
I have a score sheet that shows 52.6 total sentence points. Any objections or corrections?
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
Okay.
This is a stipulated beyond departure, though.
Is there any exculpatory DNA in the 3 new cases?
Not to my knowledge.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest reports. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
All right, and do you understand that an adjudication of guilt in 25 CF 1604 will likely result in your driver's license being suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you admitting to the allegations that you violated your probation in 25 CF 386?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 943, how do you plead to count 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 1604, how do you plead to count 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 1888, it looks like you will be entering a plea to a lesser included offense of felony battery, which is Florida Statute 784.03. I believe it's subparagraph 2. It's the same charge as case 25 CF 943. And that's a 3rd-degree felony as well. How do you plead to felony battery in 25 CF 1888?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 25 CF 386, your probation will be revoked and terminated. And was there previously an adjudication of guilt?
Yes, I believe so. Are you, hold on.
Let me check.
He confirms yes, Judge.
Okay. So on each of those counts, in the case ending in 386, you will be sentenced to 12 months and 1 day state prison with credit for time served concurrent. And in that case, there will be, this is in addition to any previously assessed fees or costs, there's a $100 cost of prosecution fee and a $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the $50 application fee. Then in 25 CF 943, there's an adjudication of guilt. You're sentenced to 12 months and 1 day in state prison, concurrent to all of the cases, all of the counts. You'll get credit for time served on all of the cases and counts. And in that case, 943, the court costs are $967 plus a $100 cost of defense fee. Then in 25 CF 1604, there's an adjudication of guilt, and you're sentenced to 12 months and 1 day Department of Corrections, state prison with credit for time served. And the court costs are $615 plus $100 cost of defense. Then in 25 CF 1888, on that lesser included offense of felony battery, there's an adjudication of guilt. You're sentenced to 12 months and 1 day state prison, Department of Corrections. The court costs in that case are $967 plus $100 cost of defense, credit for time served on all of the counts. All of the counts are running concurrent with each other. And the costs in all of the cases will, I think I saw that on here somewhere, go to judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, or collections, yes. Did I leave out any terms or conditions?
No.
Okay, let me check. Did I cover everything? Okay. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the order of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Hildebrand.
Next judge is Jason Hildebrandt. He is number 39 on the docket.
Okay.
He is before the court on 24 CF 361.
All right, and Mr. Hildebrandt is present.
So send me a date there. I'm going to show you. 10/20/21. So here, you do have, it does show that you got credit on both times. Okay. So it's a summary, and it shows the credit, okay? Okay. And they're fine with you getting credit for it, all right? You cool? Yes, sir. Judge Rudy Harp on behalf of Mr. Hildebrandt. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be an adjudication of guilt. Be sentenced to 18 months Department of Corrections to run concurrent. Credit for all time served. On count 2, which is a misdemeanor, be sentenced to credit for all time served. He'll be assessed $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, and he's asking that those costs go to judgment. There is a period of time that he was held in the Santa Rosa County Jail with an Okaloosa County hold, and the state's amenable, and frankly, he's entitled to the time that he served there while he was being held for a hold here. But he's asking for that to be reflected in the agreement as well, if I may approach.
Yes.
And Judge, this is a stipulated downward departure pursuant to negotiated plea.
Thank you. Article costs accurate 515. Okay. All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, I do.
I do, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down, and if you'll just tell me your name, please.
Jason Thomas Hildebrandt, ma'am.
Thank you. You're here in case 24 CF 361, and in that case, you're charged with 1 count of vehicle theft, which is a 3rd-degree felony. The maximum penalty on that charge is 5 years state prison, and 1 count of resisting an officer without violence, which is a 1st-degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on that charge is up to a year in jail. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
I did, ma'am.
Is that your signature at the bottom of the next to the last page?
It is, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
I am, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on the agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
I am, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything that affects your ability to understand what you're doing?
I'm fine with what I'm doing, but no, ma'am. I mean,
Okay.
but I wanted to tell the truth. I am
Thank you.
prescribed something, so.
Sorry.
I am prescribed a narcotic, so I just wanted to,
Thank
and I
you.
did take it this morning, so I just wanted to be aware, but I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm pretty sound. I know what I know who the president is, I know everything. So I think I'm okay.
I just want to make sure you understand that you're entering a plea today and you understand what you're pleading to and what
Yes,
the
ma'am.
terms of that agreement are.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything I've said that you haven't understood?
No, ma'am. I
Is
completely
there anything
understand.
in this agreement that you didn't
No,
understand?
ma'am, I completely understand it, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything your lawyer has said that you don't understand?
I completely understand everything.
If I may have just one moment,
Yes,
Judge.
sure.
That's all the questions I have.
No problem. I do have a score sheet. It shows 82.2 total sentence points. Any objections or corrections?
No, Your Honor. Again, this is stipulated downward departure.
All right. And Mr. Hildebrandt, did you have a chance to look at your score sheet?
I have, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
I have, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you see any errors or anything that needs to be corrected?
I mean, I seen one thing that I thought was like there was a possession with intent. I don't remember. That was on one of them, I think.
I'm looking.
I think it was a marijuana with intent to distribute. I've never had that choice.
Okay. Let me hand it back and have Mr. Hildebrandt look at it, because even though it's a negotiated plea, I don't want to leave any, anything that might be questioned.
Judge, I think he has a minor issue with respect to one of his prior records. However, in light of the fact that he's receiving a downward departure, we're not contesting it, Judge, at this moment.
Is that your position, Mr. Hildebrandt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Is there any exculpatory DNA?
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you plead to counts 1 and 2?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, as to count 1, you will be sentenced to 18 months in state prison, Department of Corrections. You will get credit for all time served. That includes the time that you were sitting in the Santa Rosa County Jail with a hold from Okaloosa County.
Yes, ma'am.
So that credit would be included.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And then on count 2, you're sentenced to time served. Now, when it says concurrent in here, it's just, you mean the counts are concurrent, or is there
Yes,
another
Your Honor.
case out there that?
No, well,
Okay.
as far as I know.
I don't have
This
no
is its
cases.
only.
This is
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Bring it
yes,
short.
concurrent. Then is it $550?
Yes.
$515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. And all those costs will go to judgment. Do you understand that'll affect your driver's license?
I do, ma'am.
Okay. And, sir, you'll have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Your
you,
Honor,
sir.
can we
Yes.
just address the failure to appear?
Oh, yes,
We'll
yes.
take no action on the failure to appear.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Judge, this is Cody Irish.
All right.
He's before the court on 24 CF 2174, 24 CF 2175, and 25 CF 1045.
Yes.
Still what you want to do? Yeah. All right, sign the date at the top. Judge Rudy Harp on behalf of Mr. Irish. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest, as well as admit the violations of probation. Be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 51.075 months, Department of Corrections. That will run concurrent on all counts and charges, credit for all time served. In 25 CF 1045, there is a 7-year minimum mandatory Department of Corrections to run concurrent, credit for all time served. Revoke and terminate his prior supervision. There is court costs in the amount of $1,140, $150 cost of defense. There is a mandatory $50,000 trafficking fine. He is asking for those to go to judgment. If I may approach.
Yes. Thank you very much. Let me figure out what the court costs are going to be on each case. On the 2 VOPs, it's going to be $100 cost of prosecution each, plus the $150 on 24-2174 and $100 on 2175. Then on the new case, 25-1046, what would be the cost on that?
Plus the $50,000 fine and the subscription.
And then,
Is it 615 or is it 1140?
It is $615 unless if you all agree on the $1140.
I think it's going to be actual cost amount.
The $1140 would be if it's within 1,000 feet of like a school or of a church.
Oh, so it's 615 without that?
I'm fine with 615, Judge.
Okay,
I thought
so-
it was required to.
what I'm going to do is cross out the costs that are typed in here and write down the costs that I'm required to impose for each case, and
Yes,
then
ma'am.
have Mr. Irish initial that.
We are.
Regardless.
Okay, so what I did, if Mr. Irish would review that, make sure it's accurate, and initial it. I just wrote out the cost for each case.
All right, so on the VOPs. It's just money at this point, but it's initial. Excited. It's initial. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say, "I do."
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down, and if you'll just state your name, please.
Cody Irish.
Thank you. In 24 CF 2174 and in 24 CF 2175, it's alleged that you violated your probation. And then in 25 CF 1045, you're charged with 1 count of trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more, but less than 14 grams. That charge is a first-degree felony. The maximum penalty is 30 years state prison. There is a minimum mandatory prison sentence of 7 years state prison. There's also a mandatory fine of $50,000 plus a 5% surcharge. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about the allegations that you violated your probation in your 2 2024 cases and your new charge in the 2025 CF 1045 case?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Did you discuss the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your signature at the top of the last page?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in 25 CF 1045?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're giving up your right to have a contested hearing in both of your violation of probation cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on this agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
I have a score sheet. It shows 96.1 total sentence points for a lowest permissible prison sentence of 51.075 months. Any objections or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, did you review your score sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see any errors?
No, ma'am.
Is there any exculpatory DNA?
Not to my knowledge.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you understand that the plea could subject your driver's license to being suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you admitting the allegations that you violated your probation in 24 CF 2174 and 2175?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission. I find it was freely and voluntarily given. In 25 CF 1045, how do you plead to count 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, probation will be revoked and terminated in both of your 2024 cases. On each of those counts in the 2 violation of probation cases, you will be sentenced to 51.075 months in the Department of Corrections State Prison. It will run concurrently and you will get credit for all time served. The costs on those 2 cases are, this is in addition to any previously assessed fees or costs. In 24 CF 2174, there's a $100 cost of prosecution fee plus a $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the $50 application fee. In 24 CF 2175, there's a $100 cost of prosecution fee plus a $100 cost of defense fee. As to case 25 CF 1045, you are sentenced to the minimum mandatory sentence of 7 years Department of Corrections with credit for time served, concurrent. All of the counts in all 3 of these cases are running concurrently with each other. And in that case, the court costs are $615 plus a $100 cost of defense fee plus a mandatory $50,000 fine plus a 5% mandatory surcharge on the fine. Did I cover all of the terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did I miss anything? All right. So, sir, you have, well, I didn't mention adjudication of guilt, actually, on the trafficking charge. And if you weren't already adjudicated in the felonies, on the VOPs, you're adjudicated guilty of those charges as well. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes,
Thank
have a
you.
good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Judge, this is Larry Joyner before the court on 24 CF 895 and 24 CF 1000.
All right. And he is present.
So there's all things. You have to come back. And Judge, the court might be aware that this case as well as the co-defendant's case are a little bit, we've come to a global kind of resolution, and I anticipate that the co-defendant will be entering a plea tomorrow. Notwithstanding that, with respect to this case, Judge, Mr. Joyner is going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be adjudication of guilt, be sentenced to 108 months Department of Corrections, that is 9 years exactly, credit for all time served, concurrent on all counts and charges. With respects to count 1 and 2, there's a 7-year minimum mandatory Department of Corrections, credit for all time served, concurrent on all counts and charges. And the misdemeanor count, it would just be credit for time served, that's count 5. And he'll be assessed all applicable court costs. And I apologize, Judge, I probably didn't put the court costs in a manner that's acceptable to the court, but going forward, I'll line item them.
No problem. Well, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So there would be a mandatory $50,000 fine on each count of 1 and 2, correct?
To be honest with you, Judge, I don't know if that's assessed, per count, or is it?
It's per count.
Okay.
I thought since it was the same case number, it'd be assessed once, but
I think it's based on the charge.
300 grand already, he doesn't know.
So, do you,
he's been made aware, Judge, and unfortunately, as a condition of a plea, that's mandatory.
yeah, I'm required to impose it. So, sir, does this change your mind about entering a plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So the court cost of $615, is that in 24 CF 895?
Yes.
And what about 24 CF 1000?
That is as charged, it would be 867.
Okay.
And can you restate what they put as the fines?
She's just writing down the court costs.
Okay, just to confirm on, and I haven't taken your plea yet or anything, I'm just making sure I'm getting the clerk and I are on the same page and I'm getting the costs right before I pronounce them, what I'm required to do. So it looks like on count 1 and count 2, there would be a $50,000 fine on each of those counts plus a 5% surcharge.
So count 1 is 28 grams to 200 grams, that is $100,000.
All right. So on count 2, it would be 50,000?
Yes.
Okay, and then the court cost in 24 CF 895, I've got 615 plus 150 cost of defense.
Yes.
And then in 24 CF 1000, 867 plus 100 cost of.
Yes.
Okay, I think I've got it. So, Mr. Harper, let me just. Ask if your client would initial, see, I wrote the costs and fines on there, and if he would go over that with him and make sure he understands. I'm not imposing anything optional, these are mandatory costs and fines.
So,
This is a downward departure?
yes, Your Honor, I apologize.
Okay.
This is stipulated down.
Okay, and this is a,
Negotiated plea.
okay. And is that the state's agreement as well?
That is, Your Honor, this is a product of a legitimate uncoerced plea bargain.
Okay, thank you. And is it a mandatory minimum of 7 years on each count, 1 and 2? Both of those are 7 years?
Yes, Your Honor, to run concurrent.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, sir, if you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. And if you could please state your name for me?
Larry Joyner.
Thank you, Mr. Joyner. In case 24 CF 895, you are charged with 1 count of trafficking in amphetamine or methamphetamine, 28 grams or more, but less than 200 grams. That is a first-degree felony. The maximum penalty is 30 years state prison. It carries a minimum mandatory sentence of 7 years state prison and a minimum mandatory fine of $100,000. In count 2, you're charged with 1 count of trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more, but less than 14 grams. That's also a first-degree felony. Maximum penalty would be 30 years state prison, and there's a 7-year minimum mandatory prison sentence with that charge and a $50,000 mandatory fine. There's also a mandatory 5% surcharge on each fine. Count 3 is possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Maximum penalty would be 5 years state prison. Count 4, possession of cocaine, also a 3rd-degree felony. Maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. And then count 5 is possession of drug paraphernalia, which is a 1st-degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalty on that charge is up to a year in jail. In 24 CF 1000, you're charged with 1 count of battery by a person detained in prison or jail, which is a 3rd-degree felony, and the maximum penalty on that charge is 5 years state prison. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about all of those charges in both cases and any possible defenses you might have?
Yes.
Have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes.
Is that your signature at the top of the 4th page?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial and have the state prove the charges against you?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to plead not guilty and have a trial by jury?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you are guilty beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine those witnesses?
Yes.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to defend yourself by calling witnesses and presenting evidence?
Yes.
I'm looking on the information to find the statutes for the trafficking. I see only count 1, 2, and 3 were filed on.
All right, thank you for that. So does that, looks like we might need to recalculate a little bit on the score sheet. Still probably definitely going to be a downward departure though. Looks like that will take off maybe 2.6 points, if my math is right.
Your Honor, if the state can file an amended score sheet later, it's still going to end up being a downward departure regardless. It's a matter of 2 points, but.
Okay, well, can
If
we,
that's the state's-
is it possible to amend, to do it?
Here, I can have it today.
Okay.
I don't have anyone to get it for me, but I will give it to the court, today.
Okay. Do you want to go over with Mr. Joyner?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I went ahead and signed this one, but you can show him what's going on.
So I just need to take off the paraphernalia, Mr.
And I think one of the controlled substances, right? Count 4. So they're going. I've explained that to him, Judge.
Okay, thank you. So I think if my math is right, that's going to reduce the total sentence points by, is it 2.6?
Yes.
Yeah, so. Still going to be a downward departure, significant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Sir, do you understand what is going on with your score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, it looks like the state didn't file on one of the controlled substance, third-degree felonies or the paraphernalia, which will bring your score down very slightly, but it's still going to result in you're getting a downward departure from the sentencing guidelines. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes.
Okay. Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on your agreement?
No.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes.
Is there anything that you wanted him to do that he didn't do?
No.
Have you had any drugs or alcohol or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No.
All right. We've discussed the score sheet. Other than removing those 2 charges, is there any objections, corrections, issues?
No, Your Honor, other than to state on the record that this plea it's a negotiated plea in conjunction with the resolution of the co-defendant who will be resolved tomorrow, and that's between those parties, but this was sort of a condition for that result.
Okay. Is there any exculpatory DNA in either
Not to my knowledge,
case?
Judge.
All right. I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest reports. Sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, do you understand that the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
In case 24 CF 895, how do you plead to counts 1, 2, and 3?
Guilty.
No contest.
No contest.
All right, I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In 24 CF 1000, how do you plead to count 1?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there will be an adjudication of guilt on all of the charges. As to counts 1 and 2 in 24 CF 895, on each of those counts, you are sentenced to is it one? On count 3, what is the sentence on count 3 in 24 CF 895?
Your Honor, the first line item should have a 108 months Department of Corrections. That's on all the felony counts,
Okay,
but for the trafficking amounts that are on the counts 1 and 2.
so of the 108 months on counts 1 and 2, 7 years of each is a minimum mandatory?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so because of the guidelines, is that why it's 100?
Yes, Your Honor. He does score. He
Scores
does score in
more.
excess of that, but the state agreed to reduce it to that amount.
Okay, I was just making sure I'm not misunderstanding.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so on each count, in both cases, based on the guidelines, and this is still a downward departure because, I mean, as these guidelines are written right now with the extra 2.6 points on there, once you take those off, it's going to be over 200, still over 200 points, just barely over, but still, I mean, it's still going to be more than a 10-year sentence, if my math is correct.
It was about 11 before.
Yeah, it's going to be close to that. So that would be the guideline score. So on each of the counts, there's a sentence of 108 months, Department of Corrections, with credit for all time served, and all counts in both cases are concurrent, meaning running at the same time. Now, of that sentence on counts 1 and 2, 7 years on each of those counts is a minimum mandatory that the court is required to impose. Mr. Joyner will get credit for all time served on each count, and everything's running concurrently. And the court will impose the costs and fees and fines as follows. In 24 CF 895, $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. There's a mandatory $100,000 fine on count 1 plus a 5% surcharge, and a mandatory $50,000 fine on count 2 plus a 5% surcharge. In 24 CF 1000, $867 in court cost, $100 cost of defense. All of the financials will go to judgment. Did I cover all of the terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I will appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Will you take a picture of the front page of that plea agreement?
Yes.
Make sure my score sheet's correct.
Yes, absolutely. And what I did was I crossed out those 2 charges, and then I wrote all the costs and stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have today.
Thank you. Let me just make sure that we've covered, you got all Mr. Harper's? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Harper, very much. Have a good day.
You too.
This is the agreement, and then once Ms. Gaines gets back, we'll get the score sheet. Okay. All right. Ms. Farkas and Mr. Medina.
I think Ms. Farkas is going first, Your Honor.
All right. Did we cover Mr. Kevin Jackson? Yes, we did. Cross him off the list. All right.
Your Honor, first up is Jonathan Calloway.
All right, he is present.
I give my mother back to speak to y'all. She said she has to have the rights. And could you tell me if
Your Honor, this is Jonathan Calloway, 25 CF 1290. We had brought him back today in the hopes of a resolution. There was a plea agreement that Mr. Calloway was prepared to accept on Wednesday. The state attorney is now asking for a little additional time to confirm with the alleged victim and to comply with Marcy's law. Given that Mr. Calloway is in custody, and that's really the holdup at this point, because he'd like to either avail himself of a plea agreement, or if not that, then perhaps the case will be dismissed. We'd ask for a short court date, if there's one in November, earlier in November, and we can always get the case moved up even then if we're able to work something out, if and when the state does speak with the complainant. I just didn't want to put it all the way out to pretrial conference because I don't believe that we need that much time.
Okay, so here's what I have. I have November 13th. That would be the first available date in November.
I would say let's put it on the 13th, and then we can always get it moved up from then if we're able to work something out. Does that seem?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so this will be at 2:30 on November 13th.
Thank you.
And, well, I have, actually, wait just a second. I have it down as plea or trial, but
Did not.
Didn't have that written down.
It's brand new.
So-
Just gonna ask for continuance if that is what it's at.
okay, so
The defense is not going to object to the continuance.
all right,
The
continue.
short, well,
Continued at state's request to November 13th. I have it as a miscellaneous. Oh, okay. Let me check that date, because I'm looking at an old list. I might have to cover for someone else that afternoon. Let me make sure that date's available, okay?
I see miscellaneous that afternoon.
Oh, I'm covering arraignments for Judge Stone also that day, which is
Okay.
why miscellaneous was canceled. Because
Oh.
if I've got double arraignments,
Yes, that
especially
will take-
considering what happened last week with arraignments, that's why I canceled the I'm covering both divisions arraignments. So thank you for pointing that out. So November 13th is not available. That means I have the 18th of November would be miscellaneous, or, the afternoon of the 20th.
Let's put it on the 18th with the understanding that Mr. Calloway knows we will move the court date up for an early plea, if possible, we'll slot him in something
Do our very best.
ASAP.
Yes.
As soon as the state is able to make an offer,
Okay.
if that's what happens.
Okay, so we've got November 18th at 9 o'clock. Let me just go ahead so that, just in case, and let me go ahead and put December the 8th down as a pretrial, just as a backup date. 8th or 10th?
I suppose the 10th, Your Honor, but I'm definitely anticipating that we resolve it before then.
Okay. So December 10th, pretrial conference as well. So we've got November 18th at 9. And then we've got December 10th, pretrial conference, 9 o'clock. Thank you.
And is that charged to the state?
Yes.
Yep, I'll make the note. No problem. Your Honor, next up is Joshua Campbell.
All right. And this is 24 CF 2686 and 25 CF 1341.
Yes, Your Honor. If you'll recall, the 2024 case, excuse me, is, well, obviously it's the older one. The defense had requested a continuance to track the newer case. The 2025 case, I actually just received FDLE today, so that case is it's very new. We have not scheduled depositions. I've not reviewed any discovery with Mr. Campbell. I'm not sure that I have much discovery so far. It's a new case, anyway. So we had requested a continuance in the 2024 case, essentially just to track the 25 case because the offer was a global offer of 7 years. Because of the trafficking charge. The state had stated ready for trial. Since then, we have agreed, the state and the defense have worked out an agreement to have Mr. Campbell enter a plea in the 2024 case only. The 2025 case will remain open so that we can work it properly. The 2024 case, he will be pleading to a Department of Corrections sentence of 3 years. I'll bring it up to you, but I just kind of wanted to let you know. So he's pleading to the DOC sentence, but will remain here at the jail, of course, while the 25 case, while we work through it. I've spoken with the state, and of course, we don't know how the 2025 case is going to resolve, but if it does end up resolving with some sort of time, then we have a verbal understanding that any time that he's doing now in this 2024 case will be able to apply to that one. So he's getting credit, not to presume how the 2025 case will work out at all, but just so that Mr. Campbell has been advised of that.
If that is a negotiated plea?
Yes.
For the trial or trafficking case?
Yes, Mr. Campbell understands that if the trafficking case went to trial, that part of the agreement, of course, would not apply. But if it's part of a negotiated plea or something like that, then the time that he's doing in this 2024 case would be applied.
Okay.
Like I said, not to presume how the 2025 case is going to work out. He's absolutely pled not guilty. So I'm going to have him sign this plea agreement.
All right. So what we'll do in the 2025 case is, that's 25 CF 1341. Let's set that for December 10th? Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll put the date. I got you.
At 9 o'clock, pretrial conference.
And you have a copy, right? Oh, that's yours. Okay, good. I have the plea agreement and the score sheet, and there is not a copy needed for probation, if I may have it.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
On my notes.
Is it 615 court costs? All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand, please.
Sorry.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down, and if you'll just tell me your name, please.
Joshua Campbell.
Thank you. In case 24 CF 2686, you're charged with one count of possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell, manufacture, or deliver. And that substance is fentanyl. That's a second-degree felony. The maximum penalty for that charge is 15 years state prison. Count 2 is possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum penalty would be 5 years state prison. Count 3 is possession of marijuana, not more than 20 grams. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Count 4 is possession of paraphernalia. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Both of those first-degree misdemeanors, the maximum charge is up to a year in jail. And then count 5 is possession of prescription drugs without prescription. That is a second-degree misdemeanor, and the maximum penalty for that charge is 60 days in jail. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about all of those charges and any possible defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you discuss the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
Yes.
Is that your signature on the last page?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on this agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes.
Did she answer all of your questions?
Yes.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or any substance in the last 24 hours?
No, no, ma'am.
All right. I do have a score sheet. It shows 43.4 total sentence points. Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any exculpatory DNA?
Not that the defense is aware of.
I do find a sufficient factual basis based on my review of the arrest report. Sir, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
All right, and do you understand that an adjudication of guilt on a couple of these, or actually at least 3 of these offenses, will likely result in your driver's license being suspended?
Yes.
All right. How do you plead to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
No contest.
I accept your plea. I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there is an adjudication of guilt on all of the charges. As to counts 1 and 2, you will be sentenced to 3 years state prison. Those counts will run concurrently with each other, and you will get credit for time served. As to counts 3, 4, and 5, the sentence is just time served on each of those counts. There will be $615 in court cost, $150 cost of defense. That includes the application fee. And you'll have 24 months after you are released to pay those before they go to collections. Did I cover everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll
Thank
see you back on your other case in December. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Claycomb refused transport.
Your Honor, Corey Claycomb is a case with Ms. Basso, who I believe Rachel is covering for, Ms. Gaynor. We had continued the case to today. I was requesting an offer of a plea from Ms. Basso. She got me a score sheet today, so we're discussing it, but I don't believe that I know for a fact she's not objecting to a continuance. The offer is a fairly substantial DOC offer.
Yeah, and I had both of the cases down for plea or continue anyway, and I saw that he refused transport on October 15th as well.
Yes, so now that I suspected that he may do that today, because I hadn't gotten anything, an update from Ms. Basso, so I hadn't been able to speak to him, give him any sort of update. So now that I have that from Ms. Basso, I can go speak with Mr. Claycomb at the jail and
All right.
figure out next steps. So if we could have December 10th, please.
December 10th on both cases, and that will be at 9 o'clock for pretrial conference.
Thank you.
All right. Then,
Our next up is Leroy Figures.
all right, and he has multiple cases, 24 CF 1084, 25 CF 1480, 25 CF 1481, 25 CF 1777, 25 CF 1801, and 25 CF 1802.
Your score sheet. Sorry, the state and the defense have reached an agreement. I'm just reviewing the score sheet, making sure Mr. Figures understands.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. I have the plea agreement and the score sheet, if I may approach.
Yes.
And I believe that Your Honor read out all of the CF cases. There is a criminal traffic case that's also included in the plea agreement.
Okay.
The docket is 25 CT 1466.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, great.
Not today.
Hold on.
So it looks like everything is, all the cases are going to be concurrent, and then all of the felony cases will be coterminous with case 24 CF 1084, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So essentially, the jail time that he's done in 1084 will dictate the release date.
And then let me confer about the costs. Is it $515 on all the CTs? Right. And then the CT is at $270? $300. It's
Sorry.
$300 on
Okay,
the
thank you. I'll make a note for Mr. Figures.
criminal traffic case. And then, okay, got it.
There you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, I put that.
All right, sir, if you will please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. And if you'll just state your name for me, please.
Leroy Figures.
Thank you, Mr. Figures. You are here on case 24 CF 1084. In that case, you're charged with conspiracy to commit a felony, which is a third-degree felony. The maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. And then count 2 is unlawful use of a two-way communication device, which is also a third-degree felony, and the maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1480, you're charged with felony petty theft. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1481, you're charged with felony petty theft. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum charge is 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1777, you're charged with grand theft, $750 or more but less than $5,000. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1801, you're charged with felony petty theft. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. In 25 CF 1802, you're charged with grand theft, $750 or more but less than $5,000. That's a third-degree felony. Maximum penalty is 5 years state prison. And then you've also got this criminal traffic case, 25 CT 1466, driving while license suspended or revoked. And that is a first-degree misdemeanor, second conviction, so it's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is up to a year in jail. Have you had a chance to talk to your lawyer about all of those charges and all of those cases?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
All right, have you discussed the plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you read and sign the agreement?
I did.
Is that your signature on the next to the last page?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Do you understand the rights that you give up when you enter a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to go to trial in all of these cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea in each of the cases freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Is anyone forcing you or threatening you?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what's showing on the agreement?
No, no one have.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Very pleased.
Great. I do have a score sheet that shows 71.1 total sentence points for a lowest permissible prison sentence of 32.325 months state prison.
This is a downward departure, Your Honor,
Okay.
based on a legitimate and uncoerced plea bargain.
Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. And are there any corrections or objections to the score sheet?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
We made an edit there, but now it is good.
Is there any exculpatory DNA in any of the cases?
Not that we're aware of, Your Honor.
I do find a sufficient factual basis in all of the felony cases. I reviewed that paperwork. I have not reviewed the criminal traffic case. Is there a stipulation?
Yes, there's a stipulation, Your Honor.
Okay. On the
I reviewed it when it was here in circuit court, so.
Thank you.
Before I got moved down.
And Mr. Figures, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
In 24 CF 1084, how do you plead to counts 1 and 2?
No contact.
All right. In 25 CF 1480, how do you plead to count 1?
No contact.
In 25 CF 1481, how do you plead to count 1?
No contact.
In 25 CT 1466, how do you plead to count 1?
No contact.
In 25 CF 1777, how do you plead to count 1?
No contact.
25 CF 1801, how do you plead to count one?
No contest.
And in 25 CF 1802, how do you plead to count one?
The same, no contest.
I accept your plea in all of those cases, and I find it was freely and voluntarily entered. In accordance with your agreement, there will be an adjudication of guilt on all of the charges. As to counts 1 and 2 in 24 CF 1084, on each count, you're sentenced to 11 months and 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail. They will run concurrently, and you will get credit for all time served on both counts. $515 court costs and a $150 cost of defense fee. That includes the application fee. And on all of these cases, you're going to have 24 months after you get out of jail to pay these costs before they go to collections. And all of these counts are going to run, all these cases and counts will run concurrently. So, then in 25 CF 1480, you are sentenced to 11 months, 29 days in the county jail, with credit for time served. That will be coterminous to case 24 CF 1084. So it's concurrent and then coterminous with that case. And it's $515 in court cost, $100 cost of defense. In 25 CF 1481, 11 months, 29 days, Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Again, concurrent with all the other cases, coterminous with case 24 CF 1084. $515 court cost, $100 cost of defense fee. In 25 CT 1466, you are sentenced to time served and $300 in court cost, $50 cost of defense. You'll have 24 months to pay those costs before they go to collections. 25 CF 1777, you're sentenced to 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Again, this is coterminous with counts 1 and 2 in 24 CF 1084. $515 in court cost, $100 cost of defense. In 25 CF 1801, 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Again, coterminous with case 24 CF 1084. $515 in court cost, $100 cost of defense. And in 25 CF 1802, 11 months, 29 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Again, coterminous with counts 1 and 2. And 24 CF 1084, $515 court cost, $100 cost of defense. So all the cases are concurrent, and all of the felony cases, except for 24 CF 1084, will be coterminous with 24 CF 1084. And you get credit for time served on all of the cases. So, and 24 months to pay from the date of release on all cases. So, sir, you have 30 days to appeal the order of the court. If you cannot afford a lawyer, I'll appoint one for you. And good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think, is that over?
Yeah, that's.
Okay, I think that those are all of your, well, I have another out of custody
Oh,
case.
yes.
Mr.
Mr. Fonville. This
Yes,
is
John Fonville, 25 CF 775.
Yes, Your Honor, this is also, pardon me, this is also a case with Ms. Basso. I'll just address it real briefly. We just continued it, we put it on today for plea or continue. Ms. Basso was unable to get me an updated offer. So if we could put it on December 8th, I am confident that we'll be resolving it then. But Ms. Basso just asked that we give it one more continuance.
Okay, so I'm continuing Mr. John Fonville. He is not present. I'm just.
Yes, I spoke with him about it, and so.
Okay, continuing the case to December 8th at 9 o'clock for pretrial conference.
Thank
All
you, Your
right,
Honor.
Sure. I think, is that all of Ms. Farkas?
I do
Oh,
have one more.
Okay.
It is Christopher Dawn.
oh, yes.
Oh, yes, that one is Rachel.
25 CF 1399, Christopher Don, D-A-H-N.
Your Honor, it looks like Ms. Balso is announcing a no pros due to insufficient evidence of a willful violation.
Mr. Don was here for a couple hours this morning, but when Ms. Basso gave us that update, she said it would be okay if he left, so he didn't have to wait all day.
All right, so the state has announced a no pros in 25 CF 1399, or is it a null pros? I think it's a null pros.
I think it's a no pros. I believe that she filed an information.
Okay, null pros, there we go. That takes care of that. Did you have any others from Ms. Farkas? All right, Mr. Medina.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm just gonna, excuse me, I'm gonna just slide this down a little bit.
You're good, that's all mine.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Your Honor, Eddie Armstrong's before the court.
Yes.
I don't want to forget that I also needed to report the court date on Matthew James Bass, who's out of custody, so I'm putting his file where I can believe I can get it.
Okay. So we have Mr. Armstrong present, and this is case number 25 CF 359.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm showing him the revised score sheet that the state did. It had the same number I had estimated would be on there. You see that, sir? It's basically, Your Honor, Mr. Armstrong is going to be